All right, what's going on, everybody? Matt Bruning here. We've got another commitment. Three-star quarterback Hauss Hejny, and I may be saying that name wrong, but I can promise you come Saturdays in the fall for TCU Horned Frogs and the Dallas-Fort Worth area in Texas, they'll be hearing that name a lot and probably correct if I am saying it wrong. Commits, though, to the TCU Horned Frogs, and this kid is exciting, and I think could bring a very interesting dynamic to the TCU offense. So let's get into it. All right, as always, we are going to jump in here and look at what we've got going on with the highlights. So let me make sure that that is up. We're going to get this bad boy up and running here, and we'll let that kind of show you guys get a little bit of a look at him, why I talk about what I think about him. Let's start, as we do always, with how he sits with the rest of the ranking services. So he is a 2024 quarterback out of Aledo, Texas. So plays in high school. It's a 5A school, though, so 6A is considered the highest competition in all of Texas. 5A is still pretty good, and he's won a state championship with them as well. On3 has him as the 49th ranked quarterback, a 3-star. They don't have him ranked nationally. 24/7 Sports does not have him ranked nationally either, a 3-star, the 40th ranked quarterback. ESPN doesn't have him ranked at all, but they do have him as a 3-star, and as Rivals does as well, just a 3-star, but no actual rankings currently. What makes him interesting as you're watching this play specifically with that right there, and his ability to get to the edge and break away. That is going to be fun to watch, especially in the Big 12 and in a TCU offense. And just to kind of elaborate on that a little bit more, we talk about just the rushing yards before we get into what he can do as a passer. Last year alone, 1,276 rushing yards, 6 runs over 100, or 6 games over 100 rushing yards, with an average of 85 yards a game and 15 rushing touchdowns. You just saw that pass right there. He actually has, in my opinion, a fairly good arm. So the passing stats, there's not a lot here. Really has only been a starter for 1 year with TCU. With TCU, with Aledo. 187 attempts last year, passed for just over 2,000 yards, 2,094, 20 touchdowns. Don't see anything for 7 interceptions. So not a bad touchdown to interception ratio, right? 20-7. What I like when watching him, obviously, if you're watching just like that right there, he is a true dual threat. I mean, you're watching him run. He can get going. We don't have a mile per hour on him yet, but my guess is that it's going to be close to 21, if not over. You see RPOs work well. He's got great contact balance there, breaking out. I think that part of the game right there is what's going to make him a CFF asset right off the bat. Being in this Sonny Dykes offense and being able to run the ball the way that he does is going to make him very fun. When it comes to what he is as a passer, I do think that he has some very good passing chops. This is not your typical can run, needs to figure out the passing. In my opinion, he's got a very good compact delivery. He gets the ball out quick. I like his footwork on most of the plays. If you sit here and watch him, I think he's got good touch all over the offense. I am curious to see how the arm strength develops, because there's a couple throws. If you watch these, he's got a couple that are like hash to the sideline throws that are pretty good. Like, he doesn't get it there with the velocity of like the best arms in this class and in college football, but it gets there fairly quick. I would say he's got above average velocity on his throws. You saw right there, he can challenge the deep ball. All in all, I think this kid is really good, and I think he might shoot up the rankings a little bit. They might have gotten a steal, and TCU did here with Hauss being a 3-star, because I think this kid is really good. Again, won the state title here in Texas for the 5A schools. Overall, I think is a really good fit for the TCU offense, which, let's be honest, that quarterback room is wide open right now. You got Chandler Morris, who's been there for a couple years, Josh Hoover, who is apparently impressing in camp, but Sam Jackson, who was the kind of the guy last year that everybody thought was going to take over this offense, he transferred out. He's at Cal now. Hauss could be coming into this quarterback room, and he probably doesn't start as a freshman, but he's a kid that I think could be a 2-3 year starter for TCU and put up bonkers numbers in the Big 12. Sorry to use that word, but insane numbers, and is going to be a massive CFF asset for you guys. And he's a guy that, again, He's lower down in the ranks. The highest is 247 on him at QB 40. This kid is going to be really good for the TCU Horned Frogs. Again, that's a nice throw right there. If you're just watching these highlights, I enjoyed watching. I think it's all there. I think he makes the right reads. If we just keep watching some of these plays right here, I mean, he knows how to roll out. I mean, guy's wide open, but that is what it is. But overall, I think he is just an incredibly talented quarterback, and I really think he's got a shot to be special in this TCU Horned Frogs offense. So, Dallas-Fort Worth area, you got yourself a pretty good quarterback, a 3-star kid, Hauss Hejny. And again, if I'm saying that name wrong, I'll be corrected, I think, fairly quickly on Saturdays, because he's going to be a name I think we're going to be talking about a lot in the near future for the TCU Horned Frogs. Guys, if you like this content, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel, turn that bell icon on. Comment below what you think about Hauss. Am I overrating him a little bit? I think he's fairly good. He's got a whole senior season to improve. But let me know down below what you guys think. And we'll be back with more videos tomorrow as we've got 2 other quarterbacks committing, or depending on when you watch this, on Saturday, April 8th. 3-star Michael Hawkins, who is now playing at Fresco Emerson in Texas. And then you have got Air Nolan, one of the higher-rated lefty quarterbacks of all time, and one of the highest-rated quarterbacks in the 2024 class will be committing as well. We will definitely be doing videos on them. Everybody have yourselves a great night.